Hey guys, hi. Nice to see you today. If you're new here to my channel, my name is Audrey. I'm a psychic medium, and I like to talk about crime and missing persons cases and situations that are going on from my perspective as being a psychic medium. If you don't believe in that, that's fine. You're still very welcome here. And I appreciate your time to watch this video. I have a ton to talk about on this video. Before we start though, please hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss any future videos coming. I know I can't fit everything about Hannah in this one video, so I already know I'm going to be doing additional videos on Hannah. Also, the person who was just arrested regarding the shooting that happened and killed the United Healthcare CEO. I got information on that. If you want to hear it, awesome. I love it. And yeah, let's get started. My mind is just so full of I feel kind of rattled because you should see how many pages of information I've written just on the Hannah Kobayashi case. So if this is your first video that you've seen on my channel, go back and watch. I think there's 3 other videos on Hannah Kobayashi that I've done. Start with the oldest one first, and then second and third. That way you can see everything I've kind of predicted and saw from the beginning of this story. It's definitely an interesting story, and it's not good. Any way you look at it, this is not a good situation, and this is what our country's turning to. This is what the world is turning into. It's just a big pile of poop. You know, there's so much garbage going on, people hurting people in many different ways. So I have some just observations I've written down, just my opinions. If I get any information from spirit, from anyone who's passed away, from my guide, I will let you know before I start talking about it. I try and be very clear what is from spirit, what is from me and my brain. Okay? I don't know anything, but I have opinions. All my information comes from spirit. So when that does happen, that's how and when I'm going to relate that to you. So I have some feelings on when Hannah first got to LAX. Why is she not torn up? Have you noticed that? When she's getting off the plane, you know, sometimes she has on that black sweatshirt. Sometimes it's wrapped around her waist. She looks fine. This is on November 8th. She looks okay to me. And the strange thing is, one of the strange things is, I've told you how upset she was on this flight. And I believe that. I believe her life flipped upside down on the way to LA on the plane. What I've been shown from spirit is the plan changed. That's what I keep saying. The plan changed on the plane, on the flight. I will remind you that I was feeling a lot of confusion from Hannah's energy, which would have been during the flight. It did feel like I was on drugs. You know, that kind of feeling where you're out of control of yourself and you're overwhelmed and you can't really handle anything and you're just in a state, a very odd state. So the fact that she doesn't even look like she had been crying getting off the plane. And even the couple of pictures we saw of her after she left LAX and then came back when she was out at that Kobe Bryant, was it Kobe Bryant? Whatever that Nike thing was. It's not Kobe Bryant. Lamar James. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know basketball. I don't know basketball. If this was hockey, I could give you a lot of information. Anyway, she was at that event with the Nike shoes or whatever. That confuses me a lot because it sends mixed signals to me. She's got this major problem going on in her life, and it basically fell apart on the plane. She gets off the plane by herself. Where's her fake marriage guy? Did he get off the plane with his girlfriend? Do we have video of him? Do we have a photo of him getting off the plane with his girlfriend? Do we have video or photo of Hannah's ex getting off the plane by himself? Or was he with somebody? And I'm talking about Muniz Miranda. Muniz Miranda. Sorry if I'm not saying it correctly. So yeah, that's the guy. I'll put a picture up of him here. This guy is not good news. This guy is bad news. Amun. I think that's how you say it, Amun. But he looks white to me. Amun Muniz Miranda. So that's Hispanic. So this Amun, which is Hannah's ex-boyfriend, he's been in some trouble. He has a DUI from Haiku. I hope I'm saying that right. From Haiku, he got a DUI in 2020. And then he was arrested in Texas in 2021 when he was lying about his ID, his identification. He had a fake ID. That's always going to get you arrested, I think. And something to note about the 2021 arrest is he didn't show up for his court date regarding his fake ID. So he probably bailed or bonded out after he got arrested, and off he went, and he never went back. So when the police in LA say he's not a person of interest regarding Hannah being missing at the time, why wasn't he taken into custody? Is it because it's California and that has nothing to do with Texas? I don't know. I think a warrant for your arrest is a warrant for your arrest. And I would think this guy's got a warrant for his arrest since he didn't show up to court. I mean, who gets away with this? I'm so confused. So then we have Alan Kakasi. Alan Kakasi. That's the man Hannah is allegedly married to on paper. So when Hannah's saying she got loved or tricked basically out of her money and with someone that she loved, is she talking about this Alan Kakasi, the guy she married, or is she talking about her ex-boyfriend, Amun? And the reason I ask if it's about Amun is Amun involved? The police say no. But what do you think? Do you think Amun is partially responsible? Did he introduce this whole situation to Hannah? Did he encourage Hannah to marry this guy for the money? What happened to the money? Where's Hannah's money she was supposed to be given for marrying this guy on paper? So I don't understand how Hannah's ex-boyfriend, Amun, is not a person of interest. And couple things. Should Hannah be arrested for committing a felony? It's a felony to marry someone under fake circumstances to get them into the country. That's a big no-no. Well, Audrey, you married a foreigner, didn't you? Well, yes and no, I did. But my husband, even though even though he's Australian, he was born in New York. So we got lucky there. He already had his blue passport. He's always been an American citizen. He was a in Australia. He's a permanent resident or something. I don't know. But see, we have to go through the process with my husband because we're not going back to Australia. We're not going back. Not maybe to visit, but we're not going to live there. So he's going to lose his status. I think he has to go back within 5 years or something. I don't know. I let him handle that. So it's different with my husband because he was actually born here. So it was very easy for us to go to Vegas and get married. And that's just what we did. And that was almost, gosh, that's been 3.5 years. So time goes by quick. So should Hannah be arrested? I mean, I think my opinion, this isn't from Spirit. Well, I guess Spirit has shown me this, but I want to give you my opinion is Hannah was victimized. She was tricked into doing this scam marriage. Sure, she needed money. And believe me, I am not saying what she did is good. She did a very bad thing. This is not okay to do what she did. If she, if she knowingly did it is one thing versus not understanding it and being tricked into doing it. I don't think it's the second. I think it's the first. I think she knew what she was doing. She saw some dollar signs, she worked at a smoke shop and, a couple of minor jobs here and there. And Hawaii is a very impoverished state. It's really awful. If you go there and just drive around, not in the main areas, but in, the actual area where the Hawaiians live, the natives, they're shacks. Yes, there's some big fancy houses. Those are from people from around the world or, from the United States proper who have an extra house out there in Hawaii. But the locals don't live very nicely. There's a lot of poverty, a lot. It shocked me when I saw it, and it's something I would like to see fixed since it is one of our states in the United States. It's not cool at all. So money's hard to come by for most people there on the islands. But that's no excuse for anyone to commit a crime to get money. Let me make this part clear, and this is from Spirit. She is missing. She is still missing. Just because there's been information found or I've given you information about this or that, she's still missing. This is still not a good situation. I mean, yes, she looks okay on the video, but looks can be deceiving. Where is she? There's some guy, he's going around the internet telling everybody, oh, she's here, then she left there, and now she's here at this other place. I don't have an opinion on the guy, but until we have Hannah holding a newspaper or something going, hey, this is me, look at me, I'm okay, I'm doing this myself, leave me alone. This is something that happens more often than we realize, and not just in the United States. It happens all over the world because people want or need to bypass the legal system of getting into their desired country. I'd like to live in England. I just would. I would love to move to England, but I can't do it, even though my husband, has that connection to the, what's it called? The something wealth. The Commonwealth, which is the countries that the British royal family owns or whatever, like Canada. I can't even go to Canada. I can't live in Canada. So yeah, there's restrictions. That's just how we are here on this planet. You know, as human beings, yeah, we have certain restrictions for political reasons mostly, I guess, right? Are the feds coming for Hannah? I think with some pressure, this is just my opinion. I think with some pressure from probably just the United States, people like me, people on the internet like me saying, hey, we got to find this girl. But I think the feds would look for her for an arrest to make an example out of her, going, okay, yes, we know you specifically committed this crime that a lot of other people committed that we can't prove. So we're going to bring you in. We're going to go get you out of Mexico. We're going to bring you in, arrest you, put you in jail. And, you know, you can have a trial like everybody else does. And you can give us all the information on the fake husband and his girlfriend and your ex-boyfriend, which is going to be victimizing in itself, really. I mean, it's going to be traumatic if and when that was to happen. That would be a very traumatic thing to happen for Hannah. Yes, I know Hannah's family's not been forthcoming. They haven't been transparent. They've withheld a lot of information. They even said Hannah's done this before. What? What do you mean she's done this before? Okay, well, that goes along with what I said from the very, very, very beginning. I see something in this girl's mind. Something's not right. Not that she's schizophrenic or some like severe mental illness, you know, but there's something not right. There's something with a bump in it. It's not a straight path for her. Her life has just been like one bump after the other, you know, like a speed bump. It's just been one thing after the other. Not that she was a miserable human being, but she certainly has had her challenges. And life is hard. Life is very hard. You know I talk a lot about her age, but even people my age, older, younger, in between, we have a hard time handling things that we haven't been through before. That's just how it is as being a human being. And as far as the dad's passing goes, Ryan Kobayashi, I don't buy it. I still don't buy it. There's zero confirmation from spirit that the man took his own life. And in fact, I get the opposite. I do get information from spirit saying he didn't intend on doing that. That wasn't his plan. Something happened. And I'm taking myself there to the parking garage. I feel his emotions. I feel his upset. I feel his discouragement. That it's everything's his fault is what he was feeling before he passed. That he let her down. All these are obvious things that he probably felt. You don't have to be a psychic to assume some of these things, but these are things I'm feeling from looking at his energy. 100%, I still feel from spirit he was lured there to that parking garage. That's 100% clear. He was lured to the parking garage. Yeah. I don't care what I don't care what anyone else has to say about his passing. If they disagree with me or not, I believe what I see, what I know from spirit. I'm going to do a separate video on Hannah's psychic reading, her tarot card reading. I want to talk about that and the differences between tarot cards and what I do. Because there is a difference. Yes, you could have same results or similar results, but I want to talk about the differences because I think it does matter. Yeah, something ain't right. Something ain't right here with this story. Some people are saying she's passed. If I didn't have psychic abilities and I couldn't see what I see, I would 100% agree with that statement that she's gone, that she's passed. I mean, that's common sense to me. But that's not what I see. Maybe it's coming. I hope not. I hope she's alive. I hope she's getting her head straight, whatever that looks like for her. This happens a lot, not only to women, but also to men. Someone tries to pay someone to get involved in a situation that's going to help somebody stay in the country or get to a country. Even with my husband came here during COVID. It took him a year to get here from Australia because of COVID. So we had to provide our history of our relationship via texts of our texts, like, oh, here's where they met. Here were some comments they made to each other on YouTube, because that's where we met. We met on YouTube. Here's some emails we shared. Here's us planning. Here's when Audrey went to Australia. She came back. They've been looking at wedding venues, just everything. And he's an American citizen, but we had to go through and prove that it's legitimate. So it's unfortunate that these things happen, but you have to take the legal routes. Yeah. Sometimes love comes at a cost, and that's really unfortunate. But in Hannah's case, I think love only went to one side and not the couple, if you will. So thanks for watching. That's all I have for now. But like I said, I do have something else coming up on this case, this situation. And if I can get another few minutes here at my house, I'll do a recording for the other case of the person, I was going to say gentleman, the young man who took a life in New York City. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Share me with your friends. All right, take care. Mwah. Ciao.